Ladies and gentlemen. So, this is about food and your beliefs and how Venus in Virgo is pretty much tearing it up. So, understand that Venus is in its fall. Okay, she is debilitated in Virgo. And it's important to understand that exaltations don't make planets better, debilitations don't make planets better. But what it does do is it creates what I like to think of as healthy challenges. So Venus in Virgo is a healthy challenge on your diet, considering that it rules the second house of food and the things that we get stuck on when we decide, I like this or I don't like this. We attach to it from the ages of about 2 to 5 years old. And so during this time frame, we're very young and we are not tremendously conscious about what we're eating and how what we eat actually connects to our beliefs. And that's Venus in the 9th house, really talking about your beliefs and how you and me and everybody listening has a belief based off of a certain food that they eat. Now, what I think is really, really dope and interesting about this is, as I make sure that this is rolling, is that right now, Venus Jupiter square is happening, right? Venus Mars square is happening, and this is about us really taking a logical approach on, well, is my dreams worth me not continuously eating a certain food that is reinforcing a belief where I may believe that I'm being compassionate, but in reality, I may actually be hurting myself. And this is really interesting. When I was in Thailand, I met a doctor who said, show me a person that doesn't hurt themselves every day. And he was specifically referring to food. Every day we hurt ourselves. We overbloat. We're overly gaseous. We are stuffing ourselves. And a lot of times we don't understand what we're avoiding. And this is where that 9th house part, that intuitive piece to Virgo, is really misunderstood in a lot of ways. It's trying to be compassionate and say, look, I am from a certain heritage, from a certain culture. And as a part of that, this is what we eat in my culture. This is what we eat in my society. And we deal with this with family a lot, with food shaming. When we shame somebody of what they eat, how they eat it, when they eat it, how often they eat it. And it doesn't allow us to actually discover outside of the boundaries and barriers of our own ancestral heritage as for the types of food that we consume and the ways in which we consume those foods and the reasons in which we consume those foods and how they link into shaping our beliefs, whether that traps us in this past or whether that allows us to transcend the boundaries and barriers of our ancestors and move forward towards our future. And this is Venus in Virgo. And right now she's in a square between Mars and she's in a square between Jupiter and Gemini. And what it's happening is, the square between Mars and Gemini is saying, look, are you willing to cut away certain habits of how you take care of your body? What's up, Sharon Rose? We're talking about Venus in Virgo and how it shapes your beliefs, considering Venus is ruled by the 2nd house of food and the 9th house of moving beyond how food and how we eat it, and I give you an example right now, structures and shapes our reality. So here's an example. I used to love eating oatmeal with fruit. And I thought to myself, man, this is healthy, this is good, I feel great with this. And the reality was, it wasn't true. The reality was, it was making me tremendously gaseous. The reality was, the fruit was dying in my gut. As it died in my gut, I had extra gas, extra bloating, and I couldn't digest my meal. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, as I separate from my family's dynamic, nobody in my family eats fruit nor oatmeal, right? I'm not gonna say nobody, but in general, like that's not a thing where we're from. It's like, you know, we eat Southern food. And so my point is, me thinking, boom, I'm expanding beyond this, that this is healthy. The reality is, Venus and Virgo was helping us to shape and shift, okay, our mindset and what we were stuck on related to food. Understanding that food has a genetic imprint connected to our ancestry. So that can look like we are stuck eating foods that are tremendously unhealthy, or we believe that we're eating something that is healthy. And the problem is Venus and Virgo, this whole thing behind food, it's about our small intestines. It's about our gut health. It's about our mind. It's about our brain. And so what keeps us entrapped, what keeps us in this cage when it comes to food is just maintaining something based off of a habit, rather than actually taking the time to look and think, wait, time out. A mango is really healthy. A mango is good for your digestive system. But a mango on top of other foods will die inside of your gut. And that will make your mind up here and this heart frequency here distorted. And when it gets distorted, we start making decisions that are just flat out not logical anymore. They're just not smart. We start blocking our goals and our aspirations. And this is the Mars Gemini part. It wants us to cut away the ways in which we say we want this, but we struggle to get it. And we don't understand the roadblocks that we're facing. We don't understand the challenge that's going on. But Venus and Virgo in this squaring energy, especially with Saturn and Pisces, asking us to discipline ourselves with where we do it too much, where we are copious, where we go over the border, when we essentially exceed the possibility as us being humans. We are human beings. At the end of the day, we have limits. Our spirit, no limit. Our soul, no limit. Our heart frequency, no limit. Our ability to dream and astral project, no limit. All these Piscean things, there's no limit. But as a human being, we have thousands of limitations, millions of limitations. And so this is just this thing that's been really hitting me, and I feel like it's an important message as we move into this full moon in Aquarius, right? Because at the end of the day, Aquarius has to respond to who? Uranus. And where's Uranus? She's in Taurus. So she wants us to take this high mind understanding, this highly conscious understanding about food and about the connection of the base of food and how it either propels us forward towards our goals, towards aspirations, towards the right networks, towards the right groups that will say, yo, this is a smart idea. Yo, this is the right way to go. And willing to go there, understanding that I see in the comments right now, it says, bro, go volunteer, quit this BS. Bro, you're tripping, right? So Aquarius energy, this full moon Aquarius is saying, look, even though people are saying that, it's like you have to be ahead. You have to be in the future. You have to be willing to let go of the recognition that what I'm saying now will make sense to you 50 years from now. It will make sense to some young child who's watching this 300 years later if YouTube still exists. That's Aquarius in his mindset. That's Uranus in Taurus when it comes to food. It wants us to think, okay, look, at the end of the day, we know enough. There's enough research, there's enough intelligence, there's enough technology that allows us to research. It's all Aquarius. All right, the astrology is pretty clearly telling us, hey, look, right now Venus is in Virgo. Right now the sun is about to go into Virgo. Okay, Mercury just shifted in retrograde out of Virgo. It's saying Virgo is our health. It is how we can make a shift, make a change on our health, which includes fasting, which includes eating to your body type, understanding that, look, just because eating fruit in the morning for me on an empty stomach is healthy doesn't mean that's for the next person. And it's moving beyond of these restraints that we face when it comes to our diet, when it comes to our health, and how to take care of your health. And we're starting to understand health is a very individual process. There's no one size fits all. Everybody's going to have a different system. And so, you know, it just really hit me really hard. Hopefully you enjoyed this message. Hopefully this is going to help somebody down the line. I truly believe it will, if you allow it. This is something where it came to me as a super duper intuitive message. I've been working and trying this out for myself. And the best I can say is, Dr. Sebi was really onto something when he was saying, mucus, the root of all disease is mucus. Or if you realize any sickness you have, just go on a fast. What's really happening is you're clearing out your small intestines. You're clearing out the space that is poisoned. This is the reality. Your stomach gets poisoned. Your small intestine gets poisoned. Whether you want to hear that or not, it's the reality. When you're burping, the moment you burp, it's the moment it says, hey, look, stop eating. You're done. You're full. But when we burp, we also get more space, and because the air leaves the body. Now that air is what? Carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen. These are chemicals. We are chemistry. As much as we are love and light, we are chemistry. And if you follow the science, this is the part where logic and spirit are meeting. And it's saying, look, you could be this highly spiritual being that can heal yourself. It's 1,000%, no matter what the illness or no matter what the disease, you can heal anything. And then there's also the logic that says, yeah, but you also don't need to create that much stress on your body so that you have to focus on that version of healing. Because what's happening and what we don't realize is our real cage right now in this transit is saying, look, even though you can heal any disease, any ailment, no matter what you're going through, what you're trading is the time and the difficulty it takes to go through that healing process does not allow your aspiration, your dreams to come true. That's the trade. Now, if you decide I want to choose my 11th house, I want to choose my tremendous gains, I want to choose getting sponsored for my hopes, my aspirations, these, lofty and idealistic dream of mine, if I want to choose that, what is it going to cost me? And Venus and Virgo is saying very clearly, it's going to cost you your connection and your obsession with food. The way you eat, how you eat it, when you eat it, why you eat it. And that just becomes a dot. And Virgo is here to organize all the chaos and help you understand, look, this is a lot simpler if you let it be that way. So hit the thumbs up and the likes button if you enjoyed this. We're doing a numerology series. Actually, day 1 is 12-week series, going to begin on Sunday. I've been doing a lot of work on that, and so we'll see you all soon. If you want to book a one-on-one service, you want to dig into your own personal chart, you can do that. It's available. I love you. I thank you. I'll see you all soon.